talking most of the time. I hope you understand my accent, and if you had any concerns or any questions, just stand up and ask me. This is a very friendly, talk, and I'm going to skip some of the slides, but we are going to try to talk about how dangerous it is to have alcohol, and even for older people and for younger kids, obviously, the tolerance for alcohol in this country, younger than how old is the age when you can start having alcohol? 21, okay? The tolerance is 0, okay? You have to remember that. And we're going to see where are the consequences when you drink alcohol, and where the things that, why is this so dangerous for your brain and for your body. According to the Justice, there is a lot of alcohol use and abuse in the United States. A lot of kids start very young drinking alcohol, as younger as 12 years of age, and that's why we really want to come and talk to you about this. Alcohol, it's very addictive. Do you know what it's addictive? It means that you are used to and you want to drink and drink more because you need it, and that's why you have to be very careful with this. You can cause severe harm to those who use this drug as well, who are drinkers environment. Students from 18 to 22 years of age report high levels of episode drinking. It means that we have to be very careful because they don't supposed to start drinking and they are doing it. What are the consequences? I don't know if you have seen in the news, but there is a lot of accidents and people die because you think when you drink that it's, oh, I'm fine, and you are like, and like you are walking like this, when you are driving like this, and that's dangerous. And we're going to see how important is that. The problem is that the alcohol affects your brain, and that's the main thing that we have to remember. It's like you are going to feel cool and you will like it at the beginning, but it's going to mess up your brain, and we're going to see what are the effects of every single, depending on the amount of alcohol that you are going to drink. And the main thing is that you make the wrong decisions. When you start drinking alcohol, you think that it's like, oh yeah, it's fine if I drive, or it's fine if I talk to this person, but probably you are making the wrong decisions, and you have to be very careful. What is a drink? And I'm going to show you what is a drink. Usually one drink is 12 ounces of a beer, or one cup of wine, or one drink like a cocktail. This is what you mean a drink, one drink. Binge drinking is when you drink more than the regular amount that you can drink. For an adult, for older than 21 years of age, is that when you are drinking more than 5 drinks in one single occasion in one party, or for a woman if you drink more than 4 drinks during one single occasion. Okay, that's what you mean for binging drinking. There are some myths, and those are very teenager ways that you say, I can drink and I still be in control. That's completely wrong. Drinking impairs your judgment, your ability to make rational decisions. Therefore, drinking may increase your likelihood to engage in risky behaviors such as criminal activity, unprotected sex. You have a greater risk of being the victim of the rape when you are intoxicated. You have to be very, very careful with that. The other things that people say is drinking isn't too dangerous. It is dangerous. If you start driving, if you start talking the wrong way, it is very, very dangerous. Statistics tells otherwise. 1 of 3 18 to 24 years old are admitted in the hospital for serious injuries because they have alcohol in their system. Okay? Another myth that we say is, I can quickly sober up when I want to. That's not true. You have to drink a lot of water, and you have to wait a lot of time every time that you drink one drink, the ones that I told you, to be sure that you clean that, and you have to be older than 21, remember. Another myth that people say, I can manage to drive well after a few drinks. That's completely wrong. And as I saw you, those car accidents are secondary to death, to drinking. You have to be very, very careful. There are a lot of fatal cars amongst 18 to 24 years of age, and most of them has a level above the normal level that they can have if they are older than 21. The other thing is when you use caffeinated alcohol beverage, they enhance the action of the alcohol, and it's worse. Or if you mix it with drugs, it's worse. You have to be very careful. And if you are drinking every day, and when we took alcoholics, it's because you drink more than 60 drinks per month, and that's when you have to be careful, and you say maybe you need to go to rehab because maybe you are drinking. And we have some teenagers that can come to my clinic and say, yeah, I drink every day and I mix with weed, and that's when you have to start considering that maybe they need to go to rehab or considering. And the problem with people that do drugs or alcohol, they think that they're fine. And that's oh, I'm fine, I can't control it. Until they get in trouble with the police or they get in trouble with their families, or they start stealing or doing things that are wrong, and you start really, wow, this is wrong. They say that nearly 5 8th graders, more than 1 in 3 10th graders, and nearly 1 in 12th graders drink in the past month. This is in 2014. That's a really high rate. It means that a lot of the peers that you have in your classes probably they have been already trying to drink, and you have to be very careful because they can offer to you, and you have to be very careful and say no. There are 10.9 millions of users between 12 and 20 years, and 7.2 millions of people that intoxicated very easily. Okay, let's see and what's going on when you drink, and what's going to happen when somebody that is older than 21 or start drinking. The first term is the short-term effects. That is the slow reactions, times, and reflexes. When you are, for example, driving, when you have to get a movement or something, your reflex is not the same if you are 100% without alcohol. You lose that reflex, and that's why the accidents happen. They can have heavy sweating, blurry vision, nausea, and vomiting. And I'm sure if you have been in parties, you have seen people sometimes vomiting in the parties if they have been drinking, and lower the reasoning ability. The other short effects is your poor motor coordination, is when the police tell you to do the four and walk in a line and you cannot do it. Your heart rate is low, and your blood pressure increase, and you get more anxious, and you don't know why, and you lower your inhibitions, and that's when you start making wrong decisions. The other ones is mental confusion. You don't know where you are or what are you doing. They can have memory loss. I don't know what happened last night. I don't know if somebody did something to my body, and that's why when I talk to my son, I say it's really dangerous to lose conscious of yourself. When you are thinking, it's like you don't know what's going to happen to your body, or somebody can abuse you, and you have to be very, very careful. Some people can go to coma. It means that the patient gets unconscious and they don't know what's going on. They have to go to the hospital, or they can die because they stop breathing, basically, and you have to be very careful. Long-term effects, when you say that you drink every day, they can have what we call the nervous system compromise, and they start losing their memory. They don't remember things, and they do the wrong things because they are always drunk. They have muscle wasting, and that's dangerous for the whole body. And the lungs and the liver get messed up, and the liver is dangerous, and we're going to see a little bit later about that. The sexual activity gets down. They don't get more good activity, and the brain and heart and the esophagus, they are going to be affected long term. And you can see all these things, and I made some copies of these slides, and some of you can take it if you want. but there is effects in every part of your body long term if you are using alcohol. Um, I really want to show you guys this. This is a 15-year-old that is not drinking, and this is a 15-year-old that has been drinking. And if you see the activity of the memory and other activities, this guy is very active in these red colors, and this heavy drinking doesn't have any of those activities. He cannot think well, he cannot do anything. This is an X-ray, a special X-ray of your brain, and you can see that it's completely gone, all your activities. That alcohol is very, very dangerous. Okay? And let's see. The levels of alcohol that are allowed for older people is 0.08%, and it depends on your body. It depends, how much can I drink if I'm older. You have to be very careful. They say that if you do this 100% divided by your body weight times the alcohol percentile of the alcohol beverage divided 50 per ounces consumed per this, it's kind of very complicated, but that's how you get the 0.08%. That is the amount that you can drink. It means that usually if you just drink 1 year, that is 4% of alcohol, you will get the maximum limit of alcohol. You cannot drink more than 1 if you are older than 21. Remember that. You are under, if you go above that 1 year, you are above the levels of intoxication. If you drink more from 0.3 to 0.12, it means you drink more than the allowed one, the 0.08. You are going to have self-confidence, daring, you are going to be really happy at the beginning, but then you are not going to remember what's going on, where you are or what are you doing, and you start having the poor judgment, where you think, oh, I can, hear the word and I'm going to be happy, and your fine motor skills are impaired. Like you are going to grab the cup and then it falls down, or you cannot eat really well. You have to be very careful with those. If your levels go